Okay.
Hello, you guys, and welcome back to Kind of Hot, Kind of Healthy. Today we got to do a short one today, you guys, okay?
Ugh.
Short by definition might be different for you, but as you guys know, if you have been tried and true listeners, on the episode or the months that have 5 weeks, us yappers, we gotta keep it short.
It is a trigger warning. It's a suicide mission for us to have a podcast less than an hour. Like I have literally have like a list of like a
Yes.
million. Oh, my screen is so dirty. Ugh. A list of so long. And I just want to, if you're on YouTube, if you have not subscribed to us on YouTube, please go and do that now.
Yeah.
We're much funnier when you watch us live. Also, my skin looks literally flawless right
The
now. So is
skin is
yours though.
skinning. Thank you. I shaved, dermaplaned my face. I have a
Love.
wedding on Saturday, and I meant to text you a picture because I was like, whoa, that was a lot of hair that just came off my face.
I love I dermaplaned mine on Sunday. On Sunday. It
So flawless.
so worth it. Your makeup will sit better on your skin. Your bedtime and morning routine treatment, whatever, oils, whatever you use will
Everything.
seep better into your skin. And you can do it at home. So like I'll do it. I haven't gotten a facial in so long, but I'll do it like in between. I'll do it like every 4 to 5 weeks myself,
Yep.
and it
Yep.
makes such a freaking difference.
My one piece of advice is if you are going to do it at home, because like certain things you definitely shouldn't do at home, like, don't
Correct.
extract pimples yourself because you'll end up making a crater on your face.
Oh.
Just either use a really high quality like blade,
Hmm.
or if you're like, I don't want to pay for an expensive blade, go to Dollar Tree and get like a pack of 10 for like $1.25 and just throw it out every time because it's not high quality enough to like really keep it. It gets dull easily. But I would say opt for something that is a little bit more expensive. And then that way you're
Yeah.
not like wasting a shit ton of plastic and like throwing it out each time.
I'll tell you what I use. Tweezerman, that brand, they have a
Oh,
really nice one for dermaplaning specifically.
yeah.
And you can buy replacement blades. The whole thing is stainless steel, and the blades
Love.
is literally like this much of plastic, like nothing.
Hmm.
And the replacement blades, it's like three for $12. Like it's
Not bad.
very, yeah, oh yeah. And now that we're speaking about facial stuff, when this comes out, Frownies will have their next sale, like starting next week. But they have a sale right now, but you'll miss it because this comes out
Yeah.
obviously the following Wednesday. But I'll put my code in the show notes to get like an extra deal on it. I can't remember what it is, but you guys know I use Frownies for my forehead and my crow's feet, and live and die by them. I don't do Botox. I kind of wish I would slash could, but I can't. I can't commit. Can't commit to the putting in. I don't even know toxins into my forehead. But yeah, if you are about that non-tox life, Botox and toxic things, try Frownies. Love them.
Yeah. I know someone, I won't say who it is exactly because it's probably not the most ethical thing. But somebody that I know will bring Botox to events and just be like, "Oh, you need a little injectable?" And remember when I had the milia under my eye, like the keratin
Yeah.
buildup? This person was like, "Oh, I can take care of that right now. I brought stuff with me." And I was like, "Literally slay, saved me from having to like go to an appointment." And I was
Uh-huh.
like, what causes like the little keratin buildup? Dry
Uh-huh.
skin. I was like, really? So I'm like, the nights that I'm just like
Huh.
being lazy and I don't put like my like intense eye cream on under, like that's what you're telling me. So like now James will like,
Interesting.
I'm like, can you hold me accountable? Like, and I leave something like in my bedside. So like if I'm just being so lazy and like I don't want to do my full skincare, I just like wash my face in the bathroom and then I hop into bed and I do my skincare in bed. And like, I'm sorry, like if you like peace and love, if you're like a girly that like struggles with depression, it is hard to sometimes take care of yourself. Make it easier for yourself. Wash the face, jump into bed, do your skincare. I red light in the bed, do the skincare in the bed.
Love that.
Yeah, it's, you know what? The bed is headquarters. I always say that. That's my Taurus energy.
It's
But
cute.
enough about me.
Maybe we should start podcasting from the bed.
Honestly, I would like, when you come to visit, we should podcast from the bed and like we'll set up like a better camera. Like we can use the camera that I have So, because like obviously we're on
Oh, yeah,
Zoom,
yeah,
so it'll be
yeah.
like high quality. We can like set up a little like
Yes.
it's giving Paige
Giggly Squad?
DeSorbo, either Giggly Squad or
Yes.
Paige DeSorbo when she does her Amazon Live
Love
things.
her.
Like it's just
Love
cozy. The
her.
bed is headquarters. So
If I could be reincarnate back as anyone, it'd be Paige DeSorbo.
I want to be her cat. Yeah.
Oh, I love her. What's her cat's name?
Daphne, that cat is living her
Daphne.
best life, and I'm here for it.
I'm also very here for it. What was I gonna say? Real quick, I never want to be someone that fat shames anyone. Very,
Mhm.
we don't approve of that. We don't do that in the podcast. I've never done that in my life. Don't plan on it.
Yeah.
But I will fat shame this one thing. It's my cat, Remy.
Oh, yeah.
I was gone for a month in Denver. I came home. It's like, what do they call it? The primordial
Primordial
pouch?
pouch.
Primordial pouch. Okay, it was swinging when I got home. She was walking and it was like swinging. And I was like, Joel, what is going on? And I think it's because he's not home and I was home when he's not
Yeah.
home. She's just not running around and being active. So I need to get her some toys because
Is
she
he
doesn't.
is he like feeding her extra treats or stuff?
Nothing changed. Nothing changed. I
Damn,
really think it's
girl.
I really think it's because she was sad I was gone the whole entire
Oh,
month, and, like I know, so we're gonna reduce her food just a little bit, and then
yeah.
because she was, like, not even eating her lunch anymore, like, she was
Oh,
eating
she was
yeah.
sad.
Sad, but she was eating breakfast and dinner are wet food, so it's way better.
She eats
Um,
3 times a day.
they're little meat like,
That's
her
your
can't
problem. That is the problem. They don't need 3 meals a day.
Okay, listen here, lady, calm down. Her morning, I know how many calories she's supposed to eat because I had figured it out from this cat person I follow on TikTok, and I was feeding her wet cat food. It's literally
Okay.
just protein, like
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like straight up chicken.
They
And
love the wet food. Oh,
it was good for their kidneys because they often have that kidney problem because they don't get enough
water.
water.
Yeah.
Water, yeah. And
Water.
so if I fed her half a can, so she would get 1 can of cat food. It was like she only needs, I can't remember now, but I had it all figured out. So it was perfect. I had weighed her like before I started the switch and then like 2 weeks after, no change. I'm like, oh, we got your weight, your food
Oh,
under
did
control.
you do this because she was like overweight or do you just
No,
wanted her to be healthier?
yes, we were switching her food. So we were
Yes.
going from
Okay. Yep.
dry food to wet food. So I wanted to see because, like, with dry food, like you're just like you really don't know how many calories it is. Like no one really knows. Same with dog food. Like you really don't know. It's like based on this, they should be eating around this. So
Mm.
I was like, let's do the math and see if we can do it right. So anyway, got all figured out. Wasn't gaining. I'm like, oh, perfect. I figured it out. Yeah, came home. Why can't I say it?
Primordial.
Primordial. I'll keep on saying primordial pouch was swanging. So we're gonna reduce some of her food a little bit and get some toys, but
Yeah.
I know I felt
Oh,
bad.
I just feel really upset when I see animals that are overweight and like
Yes.
can't function. Not that that's Remy, but just like when
Right.
I see animals, out and about, it
Yeah.
makes me really sad. And there are some, like one of my friend's dog, he's not fat. This motherfucker is big boned. Like he runs, he swims, he is so active, but like he he is just a big ass dog and he looks stocky, but like that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying like they can't walk. The quality of life is
Yeah.
lower. Like that makes me so
That's
sad.
animal abuse.
Yes, because you are their caregiver. You are
Yeah.
supposed to do things that make their life like the best it can be. And so
Mhm.
no, I it makes me so sad. And like my friend's cat, she has 2 dogs and a cat. And the cat is like he's active, but he's just extremely food driven. So like he'll try and
Mhm.
eat the dog's food, like he'll do whatever. So she
Mhm.
has him on diet food and he's not allowed any treats because he was swinging and the vet was like he's a big boy. Like he's a big boy. And I'm like he's a big boy. Yeah.
Yeah, Remy's like supposed to be like 8 pounds.
How much does
She's
she weigh?
At least 10, and it's, like, on a tiny body, like, when you go to
Oh,
pick her up, I
yeah.
was like, "Whoa," like,
Yeah.
this is
Is
this
she
is not
tall
good.
or is she like
No, she's
okay.
tiny. She's like
Our boys
Daphne,
are
tiny.
like they look tiny, but if you like pick them up, they are long. Like
Yeah,
it's
no, she's not long.
we got tall boys. Their dad is like 6'4", so we got tall boys.
For a second there, I thought you were really gonna tell me, like, how
You're like,
tall. I
oh,
was like, "Oh."
easy. No. Okay, Remy, you are on your journey to living a healthier
Mhm,
life. You know what they
mhm.
love? The little spring toys.
Okay. I was looking at because
Yeah.
TikTok has them all over, not buying it from TikTok, but the birds that are like battery driven, so like they run around and shit. What?
Those are the worst. Does it chirp?
Why? Oh, I don't know. I won't really be there all the time, so
OMG,
not my
girl.
problem.
We have like chirping ones and they love them, but we hide them from Armin and like he sniffs them out, he finds them, and at like 3 a.m. it's like toot, 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 and I'm like,
Ah,
oh my God. Like it's but
that's
he loves
funny.
it. So shout out. Get it, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. At this point, fuck. And I was gonna get like a tunnel thing because
I love
Toast,
tunnels.
my sister's cat has a tunnel, and then they sit on the top, and Toast sits on it and like lays down, looking out, and like looks out the window because like the windows are all there. So I'm like,
Yep.
I'm gonna get that too. So
Get the tunnel. Yeah. I mean, also just like my cats are like so sensitive. Like when we leave and then when we come back, like they are like love monsters, or they get like mad and like get like they like won't come near us, and it takes them like a couple of hours. I'm like,
mhm.
I can't do this. Like you are making me so sad. Like I never want to leave the house. Hashtag blame it on the agoraphobia. But anyways,
Hmm.
keeping us on track because it's a shorter episode and I'm gonna cry. Like yappers just want to yap.
Oh, I know. Okay, well, I do want to bring this up because we were
Yes.
talking about this. So I was like, you know what? We are on this. I don't know how many times I have to say, like, I am doing this. I'm going to stick with this. But like, I think you and I both fall back into like people pleasing ways or
Yeah.
just not being like totally upfront, honest, like who you are. Like, like just because you don't want to upset people, you don't want to
Right.
blah, blah, blah. And I remember like a while back when I was making, I don't know, some kind of Facebook post, I said AF, like as fuck, right?
Yeah.
Like abbreviate AF. And there was some like older lady because for some reason, like the 50s and up, like loved my Facebook posts. I don't know why, but I just got like a lot of that age range. Like no shade or hate, just that's Facebook. And she was like, AF, if that has a swear word, like this should not be allowed. And like when I said that, I was like, oh, like maybe like I shouldn't be swearing or
Wow.
saying stuff like that.
Okay.
I know. And this was like a while ago, like
Yeah.
2 years probably. And then I think for a while, my email list, the inner circle email list, like I don't know, with emails, like they've come a long way and social media has really changed. Like we were just laughing about like how much I went back in my post like maybe a year or two ago and I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell was I posting?
Right. Yeah.
Like we all do that. Anyway, I say this to say is that I wrote and you read it and you can attest for me. I wrote this email from like I don't even know, my black, dark, like
The
evil,
depths of your soul.
the depths of my soul. Yeah, down in hell. And I was like, I read it and I was like, I could go run a fucking marathon right now. Like
Mhm.
I swear in my normal life, like I swear that's just how I am. Like I am an intense person. I think like our mutual mentor Lacey, like she says like she is not a nice person, she's a kind person. Like I don't know, I feel like that really resonated with me. Anyway, I was like, "I bet you any money I'm gonna have a shit ton of unsubscribers after
Mhm.
that."
Yeah.
I've had the most I've ever had after that email, 9, and one person wrote in their response why they unsubscribed, "The swearing is just not for me." Okay, well, sorry, like, that's
Also,
just how
like
I talk, and, like go ahead.
that is like such like I don't even like if you don't swear, like I honestly I just you know what I can't relate because like I grew up
Mhm.
in a household where like my mom just like swears a lot like in just everyday like it just like it slips out Like she just did like at 7, like I just remember like going to my sister, fuck you, because like she did something to me. And then I go, oh my God, don't tell mom. And she's like held it over my head. But like, I don't know, like I don't think it's a big deal. Like
No.
if you put emphasis on it, then it gives it power. But like it's just a word. It's just a word.
And like I don't find myself as being someone who just swears to swear. Like
Like,
it's
oh
I
shit, fuck yeah, man, that was like really fucking crazy. Like,
yeah, like there's a podcast I listened to and I was like, okay, your swearing is not even like useful.
sure, sure.
Like it's too I don't know. Maybe like I don't care when people swear, but like if it's just like all the time for
Sometimes it's
no
just
reason.
cringy. It's like,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I purposely use swear words and anyway, like I've already had 9 unsubscribers. I'm sure I'll have more. You read that email. What did you think?
So, from somebody that is like, I am not where your ideal client is, but
Mhm.
sometimes I find like we find ourselves relying on motivation. Where, oh my God, like I'm just
Mhm.
like, I'm having a hard time getting through today. Like, I just need a little bit of motivation. No, you don't.
Mhm.
Okay. No, you don't.
Mhm.
You need to figure out why you're feeling this like stuck feeling and just like
Mhm.
be proactive. And for me,
Mhm.
proactive is like having a mentor, having friends that are on the same page as me, you,
Mhm.
having my coach, like those people I can turn to
Mhm.
if I am feeling in that energy. So I thought I knew you were going to get unsubs. I think I had asked you like what was the response or whatever, and I more meant like were people unsub it? I don't know why I like phrased it weirdly. Um but yeah, people don't often want to hear things that are really what they need to hear, right? Like it was what
Mhm.
you needed to hear. And
Mhm.
if they're not ready to hear that, that's none of your business. Like it's just, you know,
Mhm.
sub,
Like
they were never for you. And that's okay.
no, 100%. If you want that email, message me inner circle because I'll have to go back and like actively send it to you because
Yeah.
it's been sent last night now. But my mom read it because I read to my mom and she was like, "Aren't you afraid this is gonna turn off like some of the women?" I go, "They were never going to work
Yeah.
with me anyway.
Yep.
Like I am not here to inspire you to consider taking care of your health." That was when did I start this business? I can't even remember. That was like 2017, Maddie. I was like, I'm going to motivate you to take better care of your life. Fuck that. No, I'm here to help women that are already in the gym and want to up level what they're doing
Yep.
because they're tired of the hit workouts. I cannot save your life. We've had that episode. Go back and listen to it. You can't save everyone. I'm not here to save you. I'm here to up level you because it is fucking draining trying to tell women, please, you're so worth it. Like try take care of your health. See the value in yourself in your health. There
Yep.
is, if we're being point blank honest, there's no money in helping those people because you have to want it for yourself. I can't want it. We've both been in that position where we want it more for our clients. And they
Hmm.
leave us high and dry because they don't want it for themselves. They don't believe that they are worth it, that they can do it, all those things. So those days are over. That's what that email is about. If you want like literally the biggest fire under your butt, I read it again and I was like, damn, that was good. Email
I was
me
like,
or
I'm
message.
gonna read my emails every morning, and
Oh,
that
don't act like you don't look at your stories and you're like, hee hee hee.
no, I definitely do. I'm not saying I don't, but sometimes our own words are the most powerful
Oh my
thing.
God.
Like
Yeah.
I did a training for my membership
Uh-huh.
Monday.
Uh-huh.
Don't know where this fucking came, this energy, it just like pulled out
Mhm.
of me. And for like I do like 15-minute trainings. I tell my ladies, I'm like, put me on like time to speed. If you like think 15 minutes is a lot, whatever.
Mhm.
So I'm probably like because I talk fast. But
Uh-huh.
sometimes our own words are the most inspiring and just like light us up.
Mhm.
And I totally go back and listen to things that I say sometimes because I'm a fucking genius. Like
Mhm.
I
Agreed.
say really good shit and
Agreed.
nothing wrong with being our own biggest fans. You see me, I like our like I'll go on the podcast account and I like all of our own videos. I'm like, I don't know
I
if
know
it's
I need to go do that.
I do it. I'm like, fuck it. I like everything of mine because I'm like, you know what? If I don't like it, who will?
But I want to read you this. I'll just
Yes.
read a part of it. I had a response from a long time
Ooh.
long time, that's our podcast email, long time person on my email list. And she said, "Oh, Maddie, I love this heart, and I'm not going to unsubscribe." Um,
Hey.
and she goes, "I won't be unsubscribing anytime soon. But how did you know about my unused exercise folder?" Because we all have that
So
folder
true.
on
So true.
TikTok, on Instagram. You're like, "That's a great workout." Save it. You never fucking do it. Yep, I called you out. So yeah, DM me Inner Circle if you want that email.
Yeah, that was really good. That was.
I there's like so much pop culture shit happening right now, but maybe let's do our hot list of hate and then we can talk about like what we wanted to really talk about and see
Yeah.
where we're at in time.
Yeah. All right. You first. I love yours always fire me up.
Okay, I have two.
Play.
Um, so when I was in Denver and I'm hiking along, now on the hikes, a lot of the hikes, you're able to bike on them, walk, run, have a dog, also be on a horse because people do that in Denver. Now, given all the thought of those things, right? Bikers, horseback riding people, when you bring your dog to a trail with you, what do you think would be very important to do?
Leash.
Yes, there are signs for it, all those things. When I on my last hike that I went on, these two dudes were running and the guy had his dog. His dog came running up to me unleashed. He's
Ugh.
like, "Oh, sorry, sorry, sorry." And I'm like, "What's go like I was like, is your dog friendly?" And I had Bird, and Bird is like loves dogs, wants to play, but like I don't know about your dog.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's not safe. Imagine if that was a fucking horse. That dog would have been punted probably. It's just like, what are you doing? Leash your dog. Like, please.
Yeah. No, I literally hate that so much. I don't care if your dog is not reactive. Like my
Mhm.
dog might be, and
Yes.
that
Yes.
like just because like if you have a reactive dog, that doesn't mean your dog shouldn't be able to go on a fucking walk. Like, you know what I mean? Cause
Mhm.
one time I was walking like James's family dog and
Mhm.
was pretty reactive, but he was okay
Mhm.
with other dogs that he knew. So
Mhm.
all of a sudden, like I have him on like a pretty close leash. Like he does not really allowed to get far. And he all of a sudden these two dogs, they were like golden retrievers or labs or whatever, super friendly, but they came bolting out of nowhere and they're up to him and I'm yelling. I'm like, call them back, call them back. He is not good with dogs. And he bit one of the dogs, but it wasn't like super hard. And
Uh-huh.
like I was like kneeing him in the head because he's like so strong. And I'm like trying to like cover his eyes, like calm him down a little bit. And they're like, "Oh, we're so sorry." And I'm like, guys, like literally, this is a trail where leashes are like you have to have a leash, and it
Yep.
drives me nuts. I don't care. I hate when people are like, "My dog is friendly." I don't give a shit. That's great.
It's you don't know my yeah, that and that was like this is
And
a
it's
safety.
also terrified of dogs. So like
Mm,
she like only goes on trails where like you have to leash your dog. And
mhm.
sometimes like if I'm with her, like she'll literally throw me like to the wolves. Because she's like she gets so scared and like I feel bad because she's like, I just like hate going on like trails by myself because like I'm so scared of dogs. And like
She can get pepper spray. Pepper spray is perfect for against
she
dogs.
does have it, but
Oh,
she
good.
just like she like it's like fight or flight. Like there is no thinking, there is
Yeah.
no breathing. And so
Yeah.
I do have beef with that. I
Yeah.
agree. Because it's just like you don't know my dog.
Yeah, it's not about yours. You don't know mine. Yeah, I don't have a. Should I like? I should just put like highly reactive dog. Bird is not, but like just that way you
You
see.
can buy the
I've seen those.
straps.
Yeah, but I was thinking like a t-shirt.
Oh, that too. Yeah, no, but I think those straps are like kind of iconic because like they're vibrant. You can see them from far away. People usually know what they mean. So
Mhm.
go
Yep.
find like somebody like in your town that makes them because everybody fucking makes them and
Probably on Pinterest.
go support local business.
True, true. The other thing on my hot list of hate, so going to that trail, I was probably driving on this road for like 5 miles. And I like to do trails that are like not just like right outside of Denver. Like I want to go a little bit away so that way I'm
Yeah.
like into the mountains more. So I am driving on this windy ass road. When I say it was windy, it was windy. I'm in my sister's car, so I'm not even in my own car. I have Bird in the back. So I have a dog with me. You know what I mean? I have possessions in the car that need to be safe. This person, I'm driving like kind of slow because like it's so windy,
Yeah.
so windy. There was bikers on the road. This person was up my ass driving. I wanted to brake check this person because I was just so annoyed. Why are you the
Yeah.
speed limit was like 25 and I
Yeah.
was probably going like 22, 25 because I was just taking my time. Like
Yeah.
there's no rush. I don't need to rush to my destination.
Yeah.
Literally up my butt for like the whole entire 5 miles. And I was like, I hope they're getting off where I get off so I can be like, ma'am, please, why were you doing that? But then I realized I went through this little town. She lived in the little town right before the hiking like
Yeah.
pathway. So she was probably like, ugh, another hiker in my way, and then
Yeah.
sped off up the road or who knows what. But I was just like, why be up someone's ass when you're driving on a windy road? They might be nervous. That's like a car accident waiting to happen.
Yeah, no, people like don't care. And like I will be honest, like if I get stuck behind a tractor around here, I get fucking bullshit because I'm like, this is taking forever. This sucks. And like, I do get irritated on the road sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Like some people are driving way too fucking slow. Like you need to move it along. But I also am the type of person, if it's like a windy, dark road, like, because around here, and when we lived in Vermont and around here, no lights anywhere, like coming from Boston, lights everywhere. So at night, I do tend to, if it's a new area, I'll drive a little slower. But scared. I would never confront somebody if like road rage, like people will pull out a pew pew and there's crazy shit that happens with road rage. So I would have been like you. I also get car sick very easily, even if I'm driving. So if it's a windy road, I will go slow. I also like don't need to like drive off this cliff. But I'm never gonna say anything. Like I might have even just like pulled off to the side and like let them pass me because like I don't need that. Like I don't need your craziness. Like, oh my God. Ugh.
I agree with that, and I do think there is a warrant to not confront people when it comes to road rage. But like, also, I was just like so mad because it was like 5 miles, and
Yeah.
5 miles of me going like 20
I would have
miles per
pulled
hour.
off to the
There's
side
nowhere
and
to
just been
pull
like,
off. I'm on the side of the mountain. There's nowhere to pull off.
true, true.
True. Yeah. So that is my hot list to hate. What is yours?
So my hot list of hate, one of them is it's me being, I don't know if it's unluckiness or if I'm being a bad driver, but in the past 3 year or 3 years, I have had four cracked windshields. Who who does that happen to? What the hell is going on? I don't know what's happening. So in Mass, you can get a free windshield. Like whatever your insurance is, you can get two free a year. And New Hampshire, evidently not. And whatever insurance I have, because I don't like to say that like I'm incapable, but whatever insurance I have, I'm like maybe I didn't do enough research. Like I wish I would have just asked James for help because maybe I could have had better coverage. I don't know. I just was like whatever, give me whatever. I'm going to be paying $750 for a new windshield and it is what it is, but I'm like, oh, like New Hampshire's like, oh, no taxes, no this, no that. And I'm like, fuck you, because now I'm paying a shit ton of money for it. One, to register my car was so expensive. My windshield, I'm like, what? And you know what? My luck, it's probably gonna fucking crack in like 6 months because I don't know what's going on. Like, I wasn't driving behind like a truck that had rocks coming out of it or anything. I'm just like driving along, going to the gym. It's an 8-minute drive. It's a beautiful day. Crack. I'm like, what? I was insulted. I was insulted. And I don't know. I can't say I hate myself because I wasn't doing anything wrong. Like I was just driving along. But I was pretty pissed. So I don't know what that's about, but I'm not happy about it. You've never cracked your windshield, you said.
No, but I don't want that bad juju placed on me.
Just knock on wood. I'm knocking on wood for you. Like I was like, what the hell? Because like knock on wood, I've never gotten into a car accident. Knock on wood, I've never been pulled over. Like I'm a very good driver, despite what people may say. I don't know. I'm a very good driver. So I'm just like, what the hell? So I like told my mom and she's like, oh my God, again? And I was like, yes. And she's like, I was like, what is it? And she's like, that is some bad luck. And I'm like, what karma? Like, what is this karma? Because I think I'm a good person. Evidently not. So, am I on my hot list of hate or is my cracked windshields? Maybe both. Um, I don't know, but I'm pretty upset about that. And then number two, I was at the gym and I know we talked about this like on our last episode, but this guy, like I get being in the gym and if you're lifting something heavy, maybe you like there's a bit of a grunt. Maybe something's heavy. This man was like I was like, "Sir, if I can hear you with my headphones on, you're doing too damn much." I was like, "What is happening? Is he like trying to like deliver a baby? Because what are these noises?" And like no wonder why like women might feel a little out of place. They're like, "Oh God, like I want to like lift like weights. I want to like be confident in this gym. I want to like lift a little bit heavier, but this like dude is being all sorts of weird and like I'm just feeling awkward." And it was like literally just me and him in the weight room and I'm just like, "Can you not? Like my headphones won't go up any louder and I can hear you and this is really weird." So last episode, just being aware of your settings, like in the gym, just like being respectful. Don't stand in front of the rack of dumbbells. Don't be overly loud. Don't hog machines. Like if there's only a couple of squat racks, like do your shit and move it along. Like don't hover. It's just like gym etiquette. Where has they say chivalry is dead? It is. It is because in that gym there is what is chivalry? These men are just out of their goddamn minds thinking that this is their space.
They turn into cavemen.
Literally. And like, girl, sometimes we're lifting heavy shit and like it might be like, I want to like, because that feels like almost good, but I'm like, time and place. Time and place. We are in the public.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Because when I was in Denver and I forgot these headphones, so I was
Mm.
using my brother-in-law's AirPods until they went on vacation and I had to like free ball it at the gym. Headphones are so necessary. There was this guy and
Yeah.
he was lifting and he's like, 1, 2, 3. I'm like, I have to hear you count like a child.
Oh, in your head, baby, in your head. Oh my God. No, it's just like so obnoxious. And like, I don't know. It's just like the entitlement of men in the world and in the
Mhm,
gym. It's like, I I belong there too. I am working my little ass off too. And
mhm.
I can keep it, demure, very mindful. And whatever the hell you're doing, it's a lot.
It's not mindful. If you're hearing a lot of noise, my mom just came down in a frantic. It's fine, mom. She was literally. She's like, "Can I take 2 pots and pans?" And go ding 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 ding. I don't know if you can hear her. She's apologizing. It's fine, mom. Who cares?
Just jokes.
Our 3 subscribers.
Hey, hey, hey.
Just kidding. Thousands.
Thousands
Um,
and thousands. We're gonna be hitting a big milestone on YouTube. So if you aren't subscribed to YouTube, go to YouTube and
Go subscribe. What was that? 70. 70. We want to make 100, hit 100 before the new year. You guys are, what is this?
I'm just
Tapping?
snapping,
Tapping?
snapping, snapping, snapping. Yay, yay.
It's like the world's slowest snap.
Really?
I was like you were in slow mo.
I don't snap very fast. Let me tell
Yeah,
you.
but
I don't
you're look how slow. I
little
don't
A-
think you're a
little
snap.
it's ASMR. I'm giving them what they want. Okay, we have 10 minutes.
I know I hate October right now. Okay, so 2 things we want to talk about. The first one, the importance of say hi to my mom. The importance the importance okay. The importance, don't look here. The importance of who you were asking advice from.
Yes.
Now, this can truly be applied to like literally anyone. And the importance of asking who you're getting advice from is really important because it doesn't matter what it is. It could be money, it could be business, it could be trying to lose weight, it could be you want to start running a marathon, right?
Yep.
Whatever it is, on that, I don't know why it's like on top of mind right now, but that's just like anything, maybe because no
Anything.
marathon
Yep.
marathon season's later, so who knows why I'm thinking about it.
Well, you
But
train
anyway,
now. You start training.
true. That's a good point. Yeah. You always want to make sure who you were asking advice from has accomplished that.
Yes. Yes. Because how many times have you seen on Facebook, on Instagram, like somebody posting about they have maybe I lost 10 pounds and I'm cut out, you know, carbs or whatever. And it's like, oh wow, that sounds enticing. But let's dive a little bit deeper. How long
Mhm,
have they been like doing this plan? And have
mhm,
they kept it up? And
mhm,
why are they qualified? Like
mhm. Yeah, I'd say two things. Like, have they accomplished it? And like, are they actually qualified to teach you how to do
how
it?
to do it, right? Because some people, when it comes to their own, physique and health and able to accomplish goals, etc. Some people just like have like freak bodies, right? And they can just lose
Mhm,
weight overnight, right? They can,
mhm,
they look like they gain muscle quickly. They can run, and it's easy, right? Like we let's be real,
mhm.
there are some like freaks of nature out there who are just
Yeah,
and I'm like, damn girl,
yeah.
like, you got them good genetics. Um,
Yep, not
for,
I.
for a lot of people, you need to have a plan that actually makes sense, and you need to
Yes.
get advice from somebody that's qualified. I am
Yep.
not going to ask my mother, who is a marathon runner, who's very good at running marathons. She's run over like 20. I am not going to ask her
Mhm.
for tax advice.
100 million%. Why? Why not? Why would you not ask her?
Not a CPA. She
Mhm,
doesn't do the taxes. She gives them to my dad.
mhm,
My dad brings them to the accountant. She's a smart lady, but I'm not going to ask her about tax advice.
mhm,
Okay. She's,
mhm,
I could provide a nutrition protocol for somebody running a marathon because I've worked with endurance athletes in that way, but I've personally never run a marathon. So if you're
correct.
asking me about training and tapering and all that sort of stuff, I can make a pretty good guess. I'm a smart person, but am I the most qualified? No, I'm going to refer you. Like I would say, if Maddie's like, oh, I want to run a marathon, I'm going to be like, you know what? Talk to my parents. My dad's run like close to 40. My
Wow.
mom's run like 20. Like they are a wealth of
Mhm,
knowledge in that space,
mhm,
right? But we have to look at what the source is. Just because somebody on the surface looks like they are achieving what you want, not a
mhm,
good person to get advice from. Or just because somebody's loud enough doesn't mean they are good for advice
mhm,
because
mhm.
people are opinionated and passionate, and it doesn't mean they give quality advice.
100%. And the other side of it is it could be also their need to give advice on something could be coming from a place of fear
Yes.
because they care about you and they think that maybe you're struggling in some way and they want to see you succeed. It could also come from a place of projecting their own insecurities and maybe of
Hmm.
jealousy as well. A great
Hmm.
example on the fear side is I had a family member giving me advice and we talked through it as well about what I'm doing on social media and who I surround myself for support. And their advice was to maybe ditch what I've been doing and go back to in-person coaching because to them I had been struggling in their eyes and they don't want me to struggle, they want me to be successful, right? That's coming from a caring place. And right there, I was like, this could be applied to anything, right? Back to the marathon thing. That'd be like me asking my mom for marathon running advice when she doesn't run. Most she runs is like in a CrossFit class, right?
Yep.
It's that I personally do not take advice from people who have not accomplished what I want to accomplish. And to for the sake of that familial relationship, we just don't talk about business
Yeah.
anymore because it gets too complicated because it's coming from a place of caring, right? It's coming from a
Yep.
place of they don't want it, they think something's wrong and they want to see you succeed, X, Y, and Z. So I put that boundary up and that's important to be able to do that. And it could be scary for some people to do that, but it's important to me in that relationship. So that relationship is fine. Like we talked about it, we're good. We're not going to talk about that anymore. It's totally fine. But
Mhm.
I know for a lot of women, um, And I am very particular about the friends that I keep because I never want negative energy, or a what I thought was a best friend who actually just fucking hated me. I never want that to happen again. We talked about her.
I know.
Oh, is that what it was you?
And it hurt. It's like, you have friends and you're like, damn, they were the devil in disguise.
Yes. And she, if I were to ask her advice, it would probably come from a place of projecting her own insecurity,
Yeah.
jealousy, right? So it's just being cautious because on so many levels, that advice is the wrong advice.
Yep. Yeah. 100%. It's so true, especially when you're starting something new or you've been at a goal for a while, like with business. I always talk to my dad about business because he has been in business for himself for probably over 30 years.
Wow.
House painter. The man does not have a cell phone, operates his business through our house phone. He just 5 years ago started like an email list. And so he
Oh,
does like
nice.
blasts, different things. Like he had the same signs to put in people's yards for probably 10 years. My uncle saw them and was like, these are ridiculous. Like you do incredible work. You need a better sign. Made him new
Wait,
signs.
I would love to see a picture of it. Send to me.
I will. I'll send you both versions. But
Okay.
he is just like he knows what to do. He's not afraid to do shit like in the hard times. Like some when I was having like, a mental breakdown in 2022, I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with my business. I don't know what I'm doing. And he's like, you need to fucking do the hard shit sometimes. And it might not be making you money,
Love
but like
that.
you got to keep at it. Like, how have I been in business for over 30 years? And I'm like, you are so right. Because like at times I would feel embarrassment from having to do other jobs, right? With
Mhm.
business. But it's like, are you willing to like sacrifice and like do things because you want your business to succeed? And now
Mhm.
energy of I want to make as much money as I can like before I have children so that like I'm in my flow, we're doing things like we're setting up just like a really thriving business. And
Mhm.
when you're Lacey always says this, like she's been in business for how many years? Like we are still in its infancy, even though I've been like
Literally.
my business like for several years, same as you, we're still in infancy. And so if we're looking to take advice from people that have never started a business, like
Mhm.
that's not great advice. Like, yes, they
No.
care and they love us, or maybe it's coming out of insecurity or wherever the hell it's coming out of. It's actually none of our business because they don't know what we're experiencing. We want to surround
Mhm.
ourselves with people that are where we want to be, can relate to us.
Mhm. Mhm.
But you guys, Maddie and I's text chain is like text chain. What am I, a boomer? I'm like, what are the words? My text chain. Um, our
We know
message.
you're a boomer, so
Oh, it's established. But
yeah.
like constantly we are telling each other like where we're at, advice, questions, just cheering each other on.
Mhm.
And because it's like we're in the same space and we want to continue to grow. And so we're surrounding ourselves like with each other with someone that gets it. And
Mhm.
you're right. Like I don't talk about business with certain friends because they're just not going to get it. And it's like
No.
I can't even waste my energy. And I don't want your like peace and love, don't want your advice. I don't
Yeah.
because you're
Yeah.
not where I want to be.
Yep. No, I full heartedly agree. And I used to be someone that would ask advice. What do you think's a better decision?
Yeah.
Like because I was very fearful and I didn't know how to trust myself or listen to my gut feelings. There are so many things I literally can like count on my fingers where I had a gut feeling about something and I went the opposite direction and guess where that landed me? Realizing, oh, I should have made that decision.
Yep.
And I'm not going to sit here and berate myself like, damn, like I'm such an idiot for not listening. It's a part of learning and it's a part of life and
Yep.
growing. And nowadays, I'm like, I'm listening to that gut decision and I'm asking the people who make the most sense to ask this from because they've accomplished it and they've moved on from that and on to the next thing.
Yep.
So like it's so important for us like this talking about this because this applies to everything,
Everything.
literally everything. It's like going to a funeral director on like how to put a wedding together, like what the two different things, like very opposite. Like just be considerate, be thoughtful about who you're
Hmm.
asking for help from because it can truly make or break your success.
Yeah. It absolutely. I'm watching the time. We need to wrap up in a minute. But the closing thought on that is absolutely like it will either be your catalyst for success
Mm-hmm.
or it will be the
Mm-hmm.
thing that holds you back, depending
Mm-hmm.
on who you're seeking advice from. And that's not meant to be, that's meant to be empowering to you,
Yeah.
right? Like if you think, oh my God, I'm worried I'm going to make the wrong decision, you're not. Look at who you're asking, right? Like don't go into something blindly, and you're
Mm-hmm.
going to make a quality decision when you practice that discernment. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I just, I just think it's really important to like have boundaries with certain people on certain topics,
Mm-hmm.
because for the sanctity of like a relationship, there are just like certain things that you're not going to talk about with certain people because their
Yeah.
advice is not actually helpful and it's
It's
coming from a place.
skewed.
Yeah, it's skewed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so with that, do you have any closing thoughts? Anything that's going on in your world?
Um, yes, I do, of course. Okay, the last Start to Lift challenge of 2024 starts October 28th. I'm sorry, Allie's face.
I'm relishing in it. Go
I
ahead,
feel like
entertain.
I, I feel like you're listening to smooth jazz.
I am. You are my smooth jazz.
I just serenade Allie every day, literally over text, over voice memo, over the podcast, over phone calls when we have phone calls because we don't talk enough.
I know.
Okay, the last Start to Live challenge starts October 28th. When this comes out, I believe it will be an early bird sale. There are bonuses. I will throw in one of the pre sale bonuses, which were a crap ton that only my inner circle email list was getting. Just DM me start or pod. I mean, I guess pod because then I will
You're coming
know.
podcast.
Yes, pod. And I will throw in one of the pre-sale little freebies you get. But if you sign up before Sunday, you will get all the early bird stuff. I wish I had a list of what the early bird sale is, but it's not right in front of me. But the Start to Lift program is for women that want to take what they're already doing in the gym, whether you're following a random thing, whether you're still in hit workout classes, whatever exercise you're doing, and we're going to actually follow a plan that teaches you how to lift. So if you're scared, like, I don't know if I can lift weights, we are going to learn how to lift weights from the beginning, from your body weight to bands to dumbbells. And so you're going to be confident, and you can do this program over and over and over. So you buy it once, you get full lifetime access to join all the challenges. We do the challenges twice a quarter. So you're always going to be able to get more support with all the women that are already in the program. I think there's like 50 plus in there already. So it's super fun when we do the challenge. But starts October 28th. DM me pod to get the early bird and one of the pre-sale bonuses before Sunday. That's what I have going on.
Play. Right now, when you are listening to this, my fat loss membership, Overwhelmed to On Track, will be in again pre-sale. We are like on the same vibe right now.
We are.
But it is a space where women come, and again, you're already doing things. You're tracking your food, or you're focusing on portion control, and you're working out, but you're not sure like what is not working. We take all that confusion and put it into a place where you start losing weight. You are on track. You don't fall off track because your plan actually makes sense for you. I don't know how many times I talk to clients and they're like, "Oh, I've been doing, a bunch of HIIT workouts and Pilates, but I'm really not seeing any results." And it's like, "Well, that plan is not really making sense for you right now if you want to lose fat." So, we look at what you're doing, we pivot, you stay on track. It's the best time to start because if you wait until after the holidays, you're going to be burnt out. You're going to be tired. You're like going to be in that January crowd where you get a buzz and then it falls, right? Start now. You go into the holidays feeling really fucking good. You go into January feeling even better. Like, who doesn't want that, you guys? We're here for it. Email me, or not email me, DM me pod as well, so we'll know where you came from. And we'll be in the pre-sale, and I will, do the same thing as Maddie. I will honor the or we'll be an early bird. My brain is not braining right now. We
It's
will
okay.
bird, but pre-sale pricing is better for you guys. So DM me pod, get pre-sale pricing. It's going to be really fun. I love doing this. Don't feel like you have to choose between me and Maddie. You will feel called to who you need to work with, as we're two very different ladies, even though we vibe on such a level, we offer so many beautiful and wonderful things. And so go find your person.
Literally. I was gonna say, just so you know, I'm not signing up with you, Allie, because you said the F word.
I oh man, oh shit.
Peace and love, lady. Get a bigger backbone. Like, chill out. Chill the fuck out. Sorry I swore.
I'm gagged.
Goodbye.
Iconic.
Thank you guys so much for listening and watching the Kind of Hot, Kind of Healthy. Please make sure to subscribe, give us a 5-star review, and share this with your girlfriend who needs to hear this, who is getting shit advice from shit people. Give her this episode, send it to her. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere where you can stream podcasts. If you have a burning question about life, friendship, health, and 1 or 2 cents, email us at kindahotpod@gmail.com. That's KINDAHOTPOD @gmail.com. Bye.
Bye.